I want to show you how to use your lab notebook today. The first thing you want to do is you're going to open the template here, and the best then make a copy of the document and share it with me. So to do that, you're going to go File, Make a Copy, and you're going to make that copy. And then the first thing you're going to do is you're going to name it Period 8 Class Labs, and then your last name. Obviously, if you're in period 2, be period 2, and then your last name, not my last name. And then you also want to, in your header, put your class period here and your name, so period 8 Maxwell. Okay. Next thing you want to do is, let's see, we made a copy, we shared it. Oh, share it. You got to share it. Go to sharing and put me in here, and then make sure that you set me as an editor, because I'm gonna, when I check these, I'm gonna check whether you're using it in lab, and so I'm gonna go File, Version History, and I'm going to look at the version history, and I need to be able to see your version history so that I know, when you made changes and stuff like that. So let's see. So we made a copy, we shared it, we named it correctly. Let's see, that information is part of the header. You can delete all those directions. You need to keep your lab notebook up to date. That means using it during lab. If you don't write it down, it didn't happen. You got to get in the habit of using the lab notebook when you do your work. You won't get credit for it if you don't. So you need to, if you're sharing data with somebody, copy and paste the data. That's fine, but do it during lab so that you have it. You're gonna have times when you're gonna take pictures of stuff. Include the pictures in your lab notebook. Data. You set up an experiment, take a picture. You got results, take a picture and put them in here. Now, to do the table of contents, the easiest way to do this is to use this function where you use headers. And so let's say we're doing an experiment, new experiment. What you're going to want to do is, if you highlight this and you make it apply heading 1, then see how over here on the left it gives you new experiment. Oh, you know what we ought to do? We ought to put the date here. Let's see, so it's 7/29/25, new experiment, whatever the new experiment's name. And let's see, I was working with Miss V. So if we do that, then if we come back up here to our table of contents and we hit refresh, it'll add that in there. And so this is the easiest way to do a table of contents, but you want to make sure that you keep your table of contents up to date, because what I'm going to do is when I go grade these, I want to be able to go directly to the experiment. It's okay to copy and paste and put a lot of stuff in here, like just copy and paste the handout and put it in here. When you go to work on your experiment, write down what you did that was different from the handout and put your data in there. You graph your data, put your graphs in there, and it's digital, so it's only electrons, and not like you're killing a bunch of trees. And so then, as far as how I grade it, here's how I grade it. The grading might be different slightly than this, but basically I want to know, you're going to get a point if your table of contents works. You're going to get a point if you used it during the lab. That's where I'm going to go and I'm going to look at that version history and see if you used it in the lab. Did you collect data during the lab? Did you put it in there? You got to do it during the lab. Data analysis, obviously, you don't necessarily have to do that at the time of the lab. You might do that in the evening or the next day or something. I'm going to want you to do graphs. And then pretty much for every lab, I'm going to want you to have a discussion section where you tell us, in terms of the hypothesis, what do the data mean, and then what's the next step? What experiment would you do? So that's pretty much how I want you to do your lab notebook. You can ask questions, obviously, at a different time.